look at all these harvestables. You know, this is going to be the perfect place to do a gardening video since we're clearing up a lot of space and we have the opportunity to place some new things, and we just finished up some garden clubs items here. So, yeah, we'll clip this out for YouTube later. We're in the live stream. We're at the beginning of the Tales of the Shire stream, but this will be like a beginner's guide to gardening. So I just harvested a bunch of stuff, and I now have space at my garden beds, and I have seen a lot of questions on my videos about how do I get the higher star vegetables. And there is a companion system in this game when it comes to growing that you have to pay attention to. Let's make sure I have seeds on me before I start this, because I might not have a whole bunch of seeds. Oh, I've got enough seeds. This will be fine. So one of the things you'll do is be aware that you could place multiple things in the same flower beds, in the same gardening beds, but they do have a radius around them, and all of them have different radiuses. But you could place these like up in the upper corner and keep like the bulk of the radius outside of the garden bed. So this allows you to put 4, sometimes more things in a single garden bed, even one of the small ones. And of course, I don't have access to the big beds yet because we're still in like the beginning stages of like having gardens. So I've just taken whatever I've gotten through quests. I haven't actually gone and purchased any of those yet. So first and foremost, understand that you can load up your garden beds with multiple varieties, and this is where the companion system comes into play, because they want you to place different things together with each other in these same beds. Now, here's where you're going to notice this right here. It's a little crowded, but if you notice that if I go over to the carrot seeds as an example, and I want to place carrot seeds somewhere in here, you'll notice that both the flower and the cauliflower plant have smiley faces. Well, actually, excuse me, it's the cauliflower and the carrot themselves. Those are companion plants, which means that if you plant these two things together in the same bed, you're going to get a higher star rating for those. But notice that it doesn't work if I try to place the carrot in the bed next to the cauliflower. I would need to have this in the same bed with the cauliflower. Similarly, if we try to place, say, the parsnip, you notice that the parsnip does not like, or it does like being placed in here with all of these other ones, but there will be other things. For example, the rhubarb likes that as well. Taters like that. But you can go through and look at the beans, brown onion seeds. What are these things like? Now, if it's something that isn't going to be happy, you're going to see a sad face. Let's see if I can find a sad face here. We might not have a sad face at the moment. I don't think we have a sad face. Can I plant beans yet? Still can't plant beans. I could have sworn I saw a sad face here a minute ago, and now I'm not seeing one. Anyway, you will occasionally get the sad face as well. The sad face means that they're not going to get along together, and you're not going to get a higher quality plant out of that. So you don't want to plant anything that has a sad face next to each other. What is this? This is sprouts. We have more space in this one, so we might want to come over here and place some stuff here. So let's go ahead and place a rhubarb here. And let's leave that alone for now. Let's come over here. Do I have anything that's going to be a good companion to that? I need space for the rhubarb. Carrots. I'm not going to get any companions out of this. Now see, I don't really have anything that I can plant at the moment that's going to be a companion to these. Because I don't have the right seeds at the moment. Do I have any over here that I can do? No. So essentially, I won't be able to get any companion things out of these because I don't have enough space. But I'm okay with that, because really what I want to just do now is plant these so that I have space for more things. Let's put a tater in here. I'm going to load this one up with things here. Put some carrots in there. So notice I was able to load that one up with 5 different plants. The bigger the garden, the more things you can grow. We'll throw this tater in here. I think we're out of things we can plant. We're out of seeds. Now, on rainy days like today, you obviously don't need to worry about watering the plants because they're going to get plenty of water on their own. However, noteworthy is that if your flower beds are underneath the eaves of the building too far, they won't be able to receive water. So you do need to double check that they are getting plenty of water. All you got to do is pull up your watering can and you'll be able to see if those beds are hydrated or not. You can run around and do them accordingly. But again, when it's raining, you don't have to worry about it. The other thing to pay attention to is that certain seeds can only be grown certain times of the year. So for example, I have these beans and brown onion seeds. So brown onions can only be planted in autumn and winter, and the bean seeds can only be planted in summer. So there are some caveats to planting the different types of plants because you can't plant everything in every season. And then otherwise, bear in mind too that the flowers, when you harvest the flowers, they're going to go in your inventory, like the delphiniums that I have. You can't store those in any in your pantry, so you can only put cooking items in your pantry. So when you're growing flowers, if you do decide to grow flowers, bear in mind that those aren't going to be able to be stored in here and they will take up valuable inventory space. So if you're going to be using the if you're going to be growing flowers, you use those for the faction quests, the various hobbits to turn in for rewards. Now, one of the other things that's very, very important is how do you level up your gardening so that you can get access to better seeds, to grow better plants, and so on and so forth. The act of planting is great, but you can also, once you get progressed further along in the storyline, you will, of course, get access to the gardening club, which then allows you to do things like this. Harvest 16 coriander, or it'll be something like plant certain amount of seeds of certain types. Now, the club missions are very, very important because of the fact that if we go down here and look at the rewards from Rosie Cotton, you unlock garden space. So I've already unlocked the first garden space, but there are 4 additional garden spaces for a total of 5 that you can unlock around your hobbit hole by completing her tasks. The first one was this little area right here with the bridge. So I've got 2 little round areas on either side of the bridge that I can plant at. But also over here, there's a flower bed already right there that I could use. This is blocked off. If we go up over here, this area is blocked off. If we go around over here, this area is also blocked off right here. And then the connecting area around the back is also blocked off. So if you really want to get the most out of this, you're going to be doing a lot of the gardening club quests to unlock all of your gardens, to be able to place more garden beds, to be able to grow more things. And ultimately, all of this ties together because the specialty ingredients and things of that nature come from getting your faction up with the various hobbits. So in order to do that, you have to make meals and invite them to meals. And in order to get your ranking up, you have to satisfy the cravings of the various hobbits. So for example, go here at the writing desk, plan a shared meal, you pick a location, you invite the hobbits that you want. Now every hobbit has their likes and their cravings. So if we go over here and look at them, you'll notice that she likes, as an example, Daisy likes silky porridge with tangy rhubarb, goblin eye stew, and rich rhubarb pie. And then she has a couple that are question marks because I don't know them yet. Now those are pretty easy to make, but I think it is, if I go down here, and I don't have, I haven't started getting too deep in this, but the reason I mention this is because there is a hobbit here, and I don't remember, it's one of these dishes. It might be this. Oh, Good Night's Forage. That's what it is. So Good Night's Forage, as an example, is a specialty recipe if I go in here and look at it and look at Goodnight's porridge, that'll be a dainty? No, those are... I don't know what that would go under. It's not a stew. I don't know what porridge would go under. Well, the reason I mention it is because it uses... Hang on, we've got stews. Well, the reason I mention it is because it uses a specialty ingredient which you can only find. It's the mushrooms that you can only harvest at night, which are over here in the... If I could find them really quick, because I don't remember what they're called off the top of my head. These are under... It's not hardy vegetables, just regular vegetables. Where are they at? Not the velvet stems. Ruby taters, wood bluets. Ah, here they are. These things, butterfly cups. So butterfly cups you can only find at nighttime. Those are a specialty ingredient that you have to specifically hunt down at night, and then you use those to make with the ingredients that you're creating from your garden. And if you want to get the best starred recipes in your cooking, you have to have the best star ingredients from your garden to match for your cooking. So there's a lot of stuff going on here with the garden above and beyond knowing that, hey, you can put, you know, a bunch of plants together in the boxes, and then there's the companion plants. So pay attention to the smiley faces if you can get the combos together, and you don't want frowny faces, you want smiley faces only. So try not to plant things together that don't work together, and then just remember to keep them hydrated to get the most out of them. And that's sort of a beginner's guide to the gardening in Tales of the Shire. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. We're going to be continuing on the stream. And for more guides, don't forget to check the links below. Daily streams at 4:30 a.m. on YouTube and Twitch.